The Glebe is a very special site, full of songbirds. It was very overgrown and neglected, but with local volunteer help we have restored a glade, opened up paths and managed the scrub to maximise its potential for wildlife. Flowers, insects, birds, mammals, they are all here.
Sometimes you can get people who don't want you to touch a site at all. If we don't do that, we are basically saying to this type of wildlife, this isn't your home. You can't come here because we haven't facilitated that environment or habitat for you.
So what we've tried to do at the Glebe is to make little pockets of different habitats to maximise its potential for wildlife. So we've created glades, we've created these lovely little woodland paths. We want to try and keep some of the mature woodlands because it's a really lovely space for kids to explore in as well, so lots of people to enjoy, and it creates a really lovely habitat for different things as well.
Because when we first got here, everything had grown so large that it was just straight trees. They get very high up on their leaves and there's not a lot at the bottom. And because of this, we get only moss and nothing else growing. So we had to cut back, allow the light in, and then if you stagger the blackthorn so that you have different levels as it grows up, you're more likely to get all of the songbirds in, as well as more mice and other things like that,
This is the glade, which is within the glebe. When we first came here, we found remnants of a glade. Now, glades are really important for insects and birds because the glade offers places for plants to grow, which insects live in, and then behind me is the scrubland where the birds will be hiding in, and they'll come out to feed on this open grassland. So the work we've been doing here, which has been really successful, is to open the glade up to maximise its potential.
Really what we've found through working here is that the majority of wildlife comes from the songbirds. That means that we've got a really good base of insect life here, and it's the smaller ecosystems that are helping the larger ones.
So the long-going management of the glade is to cut this every year and rake off the cuttings, and we pile them over the edge, which provides a habitat for things such as grass snakes, which will lay their eggs in. And by doing that, we reduce the nutrients in the ground, which then basically helps native wildflowers to flourish. But you have to keep doing that every year to keep it nice and flowery, and stop the brambles encroaching and reduce the nettles as well. So we're continually pushing the blackthorn back, but we're not going to cut it again. We're going to let it grow up so we have nice young blackthorn. And the beauty about blackthorn is it supports a rarish butterfly called the brown hair streak, and they lay its eggs on young blackthorn. So we're really hoping that the butterflies will discover it and flourish here eventually.
It might not look lots to the eye, but everything we've done here has all benefited the local wildlife. And it's benefited this area because this particular field, overgrown scrubland, was being misused as well and littered quite a lot. Opening it up and allowing people to come and just spend some quiet time here, explore the animals that might be here.
There's an amazing amount out there that I think a lot of people don't often realise that there is. I mean, there's badgers in my garden. We sometimes have foxes. We've even seen an otter once. So it's an area where there is a lot of potential for wildlife, and I think it just needs sometimes a little foothold to keep its place in there and to keep that environment nice. And as a local, what's better than being able to just go out and enjoy that wildlife and see it there and know maybe that you've helped to encourage that and make it a little bit better.
For people to enjoy it and come here and listen to the birds and see the butterflies in the summer and all the insects that are flying around.
When you get to a land, I think it's important to check that you have, and then to just try and work with that as what does it benefit the most at that time, and how can you manage it slowly in the future to allow it to open itself up to other habitats that would be better and more beneficial for more wildlife to come in. I think that's the key, or at least that's something that we are doing here. To say there's one answer to something, I think would be very unwise. Animals don't all live in the same environment.